Guys, welcome to our show.
Guys, we're back. It's show. Would you say that it's show time?
Well, it has to be, otherwise we can't do it. Think about that.
That's a very fair assessment of the situation. Guys, it's March, the first month that begins with M.
Guys,
and also the only month that begins with M.
What about May, you idiot?
Oh, right. Well, it's the first month that begins with M. And the first month that begins with M that has St. Patrick's Day in it.
We all know it's the only one that starts with an M that matters, all right?
I like May. There's nothing wrong with May.
Listen, you liked it so much you couldn't even remember it, so you shut up.
I was getting confused with neigh, the sound a horse makes.
Right. So we all know the classic thing that the March is in like a lamb and out like some more lambs or something. What's that? In like a lion, out like a lamb. That's it.
It's in like a lion. No, sorry. It's in like Flint, and then out like a lamb.
Your joke's too smart for me.
Oh, in like Flint was a movie.
Sorry, dude.
Very famous movie.
Yeah, you're gonna make movie jokes with me? Come on now. Come on.
Listen, it's a famous enough movie that you might have heard of it.
Have you noticed any lion-like tendencies of this month anyway? I mean, come on.
Well, the lion's supposed to be bad weather, so yes.
Really? Is that what that means? I thought we were supposed to get, like, growled at or something. Also, I would never say...
No.
I would say that no month is lamb-like in weather. That seems like a ridiculous concept.
Well, the idea is that the idea is that spring is the lamb because the weather's mild and delightful.
Have you ever gone outside and gone, man, it sure is lamb-like outside? Has that ever happened to you?
Listen, I didn't come up with the phrase, all right?
Well, good, because it's stupid. Anyway, we're all hating this lousy March weather, so let's just get to the show. Guys, guess what is happening in just 1 week from this show that you're listening to right now?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, but no. Absolutely not. It's not that. No one's excited for that. Not even the Irish. They're done with it. They're sick of it.
I know. Guys, I was just joking before, but I know what it actually is. Next week is our good friend Baz's birthday.
Oh, yeah, it's also my sister's birthday, but who cares about that? I did know it was Baz's birthday, and I have not gotten him anything, and I don't think he's expecting anything.
No, we don't normally get him stuff.
He does listen to the show, though, so in case he is, I got him a bunch of great stuff. Boy, will he be disappointed later, though. But
Wink.
That's not actually what I was talking about.
Then I have no idea.
If I'm correct, I think that, what is it, Ground Zeroes is coming out.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Ground Zeroes comes out next week, guys. I'm very excited.
I have not pre-ordered it, which seems shocking.
I pre-ordered it already. I pre-ordered it, and I'm ready. Mr. Dink style, very expensive.
I have not pre-ordered it, and I don't think I'll need to, because I'm sure there'll be a million of them.
I don't think it's going to fly off the shelves.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Well, guys, I actually didn't get to tell you because we haven't done a show since I pre-ordered it. But when I went to GameStop to get it, like I waited in line like a regular human being does.
Which is weird of royalty like D. Marx.
Of course. But yeah, so I was waiting in line, and I finally got to the guy at the cashier, and I was like, I'd like to pre-order a copy of Ground Zeroes, please. And he was like, I'm not sure what game that is. And I responded with you serious? And that was like Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. My mistake, sir. Maybe you don't know it by its subtitle. He's like, I didn't know there was a new Metal Gear Solid game coming out. And I'm like,
really?
You're fired.
You're like,
seriously, you're fired, sir.
Guy's off the team. For real, he's off the team.
Yeah, really.
Dude, speaking of things that I didn't know existed that came out, I didn't know that the 300 sequel thing just came out. Like that
I knew
movie?
it was supposed to come out soon.
It came out it came out this weekend. It was the biggest movie of the weekend.
That's not surprising. What else is out aside from that?
Dude, but like I'm a fan of the first one. I had no idea it was coming out already.
That's because they didn't market it like at all. It was
that's my thing is they didn't market it all, and they still got like 1 million people going to it. That's
Well, yeah.
a little surprising to me. But anyway.
Well, again, there just isn't anything else out.
Dude, what
Because
about
the first
Mr.
300
Peabody
movie was
movie?
released.
That's out. Everyone loves the Mr. Peabody.
Is that actually out now?
It totally
I've
is.
seen posters for that.
It got number 2, actually, if you can believe that crap.
That's disgusting.
No, it's legit disgusting. Who on earth is going out to see Mr. Peabody in Sherman? Come on. Got $32 million.
Yeah, that's too much.
We should just make this show about the Mr. Peabody. We'd be making all the fans. Who's out there like whatever. We're not a movie show.
You know what? Just whatever.
We're not a movie show. But anyway, guys, you might be a little confused because I said earlier that I cared about Ground Zeroes. When everyone at home, the Tom C. Cannon, is familiar that I don't even own a PS3. But guys, that's changed.
What?
I finally rebought a PS3 as of 2 weeks ago, probably? Like last week or whatever. Because I was sick of not having one. And because Ground Zeroes is coming out, and I can't not play that.
Tom.
Yes?
Yeah, surely you were not so insane as to just buy a PS3. Surely you bought a video game to go with it.
Well, actually, the thing was GameStop had this deal, and you know I'm always pimping GameStop because they're a ma-and-pa shop. I've never seen one anywhere else.
Yeah.
But they had this.
They need our support.
Yeah, they need help. They need all the help they can get. They're small.
Yeah.
They're local. They had this deal where it was
They're an organic video game shop.
their sole purpose to be eaten by Whole Foods later. But the thing is, they had a deal. It was $250 for PS3, extra controller, 6 games. Okay. Now the secret underlying subtext is that the games have to be under $10 for you to get them as part of the 6, which is hilarious because you walk in and you're like, cool, it sounds like I could probably get a ton of games. The thing's been out for forever. And then you see a million games that are like 10.01 or some nonsense. Like, all the games you want are like, I'm like $13 or I'm like $12. And you're like, come on, man.
I didn't know you wanted Joe Pesci the game.
Listen,
I'm like,
Joe Pesci's been in a couple games. I want you to know that. You think there hasn't been Home Alone games? Go check the wiki, dude.
I don't think he's specifically been in that.
Oh, he sure was. He sure was. You think he's not getting that fat royalty check? Is Joe Pesci dead?
Yeah, he's still alive.
All right, great job. Great job.
Okay, here are games that I know cost less than $10 at GameStop that you could get for PS3.
Okay.
Number
I will
1,
tell you if I did or
Mercenaries
if I
2.
didn't. Mercenaries 2 I did not buy.
I
saw it.
You should. That one's good for under 10. For a game that's under $10, that's a good game.
I played it before.
I probably wouldn't pay more.
You know how I feel about it.
I probably wouldn't pay much more for it than $10. But for a game that's under $10, it's fun.
Yeah,
as I've said multiple times, guys, I like the first one a lot. The first Mercenaries is really good, but the second one's okay. It's a subpar sequel.
I maybe should have gone for it.
Yeah, it's a fun, just mindless shooter thing. You know, it feels cool to do airstrikes. That's really the most important part.
And you get to ride a motorcycle.
That's true. Did you get any Soul Calibur games?
No,
that seems to be a staple of things that we buy.
Specifically looked for 4, and they did not have 4. 5 was $13 just to make me mad.
Yeah,
that was one of the games that I was looking
exactly
for. Because that's a console. That's a
4.
console game that I would like to own again.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to buy 5. I'm going to buy 4 because 4 was clearly wildly superior. Because I don't care about whatever. I don't care about these characters, these new ones. I don't care.
The Patroclus guy.
Patroclus and his sister Obbledragoblas or whatever. I'm here for Setsuka, and she's not in that game. That's all I know.
Patroclus and his sister Gyro.
Unless they for some reason released a DLC of a bunch of great characters or something, I have no interest in 5. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
But I did look.
Secretly,
I
like
totally
3
didn't
the
have
best
that.
as far as Soul Calibur goes.
What's that?
I think I like 3 the best as far as Soul Calibur goes.
Which one was 3? It had the story mode? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember it had the weird board game thing. Do you remember that?
I think that was 2.
No, that was totally 3. Because it also had a bunch of creative character stuff and that knife guy. I'm secretly right about this. But it doesn't matter because I don't remember anything else from 3. Which stupid character was in that one that you didn't need at all?
That's when they introduced Zasselmel.
No, I mean which stupid tie-in? Because there has to be one. Dude, there has to be one. Because we all know in 2
We all know in 2 it had the font. It had the triple.
The triple lines.
The triple men.
Yeah. You had your Heihachi Mishimos, you had your Lynx, and you had your Spawns. 3 had something, and then 4 had...
I don't think it... I'm looking at it right now. I'm not seeing it.
I'm going to look it up, too. I can't imagine that it had nothing in it.
I don't think it did, which is weird.
I would be very shocked. We all know 4 had, for some reason, Star Wars people, which is still embarrassing to this day. And then 5 had, I think, Ezio, which I was...
5 had Ezio, which you're like, okay, that's good. I can go with that.
Yeah, it's not. It's
like
not
that worked. That worked for me. That worked for me as a crossover.
It wasn't
period.
Weird.
It's the same time period. They're all fighting with weapons, so you're like, all right, fine. Because in Star Wars, the first thing that everyone should have thought of was why are lightsabers not killing everybody, because they would just go through everything.
I find it odd that you've parried my lightsaber with your spear.
Fascinating.
What, was Cosmos in it at some point? No way.
What?
That's what I'm looking at the wiki, dude.
Oh, dude.
She was included to highlight 3's new character creation system. Dude, that's a good game. Xenosaga was a pretty decent game. But I never
played it, but I know it's very popular.
I know that Cosmos was way too attractive for the PS2, and so they had to shut the whole thing down. That's what I heard.
Is that how that worked?
Nope. Anyway, so any other games you want to try and figure out for $10?
Yeah, PS3 games for under $10 that you could buy.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be able to get a cheap Dynasty Warriors game.
I looked, there was none. This also is what stock they had there, so maybe you're right.
Well, yeah, that is a part of it.
But they barely had. There was some podunk run-of-the-mill GameStop. Oh, sorry, it's the only one that exists. It's Mon Pa, you know it is.
Yeah. Their selection isn't as good.
Yeah. But okay, I'll cut to the chase on some of these. So I got God of War 3,
please do.
Which I've never played, and I'm a huge fan of the God of War series. The more I never actually played 2, now that I think about it. But
you didn't really need to. 2 was because remember what happened in 2 was that
I don't remember how I played it.
Okay, let me rephrase that. What happened in 2 was basically it was leading up to the destruction of Olympus, and then they cut it off at the very end, and it was a lot like what happened in Mass Effect 2, where a lot of events happened, but none of them really affected anything. So you basically just went through a whole time sink loop, like you did in Mass Effect 2,
right?
And you just got back to the same point that you were, having just gone through a pointless loop. Because they wanted to release 3 for the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, sorry, they wanted to release a God of War game for the PS3, so they cut. I feel like they cut too short, and then they put in the PS3 one. Although I really liked God of War 2 for the most part. I thought the stuff, because that one you dealt a lot with the Titans, and you got your powers from them in that game, and I thought that was neat.
Yeah, God
of War 3, you were just killing all the gods, all of them.
I just whenever I think about
totally boned Aphrodite.
I was wondering who you boned in that game, but I often think back to God of War 1 and how I really liked a lot of things about it. And it was quite a long time since I played it, though. But I'm pretty excited to actually get down there and play 3, which I just haven't done it yet. Been too lazy.
3's really, really good. I liked 3 a lot, as I recall.
I don't remember you talking too much about it after you... Because I remember you waited... You pre-ordered it, I think.
I don't think I pre-ordered it, but I think I do recall getting it fairly early on after it came out. It didn't take me very long. It didn't take me very long to rent after it came out. I know I definitely rented it. I actually played it over at your house, remember?
Yeah, we tried to make it work, and then it didn't because my TV is nonsense.
Yeah.
Remember that? Totally blew. But yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah. So anyway, I got that. I'm excited for that. I got Uncharted 2 and 3. I looked for 1, and they didn't have it because, once again, it was a crappy GameStop. But I've beaten Uncharted 2 before, and Uncharted is a great series, and 2 is great too. Like,
yeah, 2 is generally regarded as the best.
Like I'm excited to try 3 as soon as I get around to it, but I'm not going out of my way for it. But I figured for like $8, who cares?
It's a nice thing that you can just be like, I'm gonna play Uncharted, just shoot some dudes.
Basically, it's worth it just for the sweet graphics, I think.
Well, yeah, that's really what the whole franchise is all about. Just showing off how beefy the PS3 hardware is.
Basically, I can't think of any other reason to even care about it. Also, who's the voice actor in that again? Oh, Nolan North.
Nolan North.
I can't remember what one of the games. Oh, I got Red Dead Redemption because that was only like $6.
Good call.
Yeah, I wasn't going to let that sit on the shelf. Come on now. It doesn't deserve that.
I'm still mad I don't have that.
You don't have that?
Dude, we gave it away as part of the Sons Funds Racers.
Dude, someone in the audience is giving you personal pain then.
I know.
Well, you can go get it for $6 or whatever. And I also got, guys, because we're in kind of a Gundam fervor right now, if you've watched the show in the past 10 years. But they also had a game there called Gundam Crossfire, which I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot. It was like $3.
And it was the best game you ever played.
Well, I remember in the PS2 era, I played a game called Federation vs. Zeon, which was actually super fun, and I really, really enjoyed that a lot. And so I was like, well, how much could they screw it up? That was a PS2 game. They already had it down. And so I decided to get it, and it was one of the first games I tried, and I was like, hey, this game is not meant for human consumption. Like, it's possibly the worst game I've ever played. Like,
that's really unfortunate.
Like, I love that Gundam, but I recently read that it was actually a launch title, which is not surprising, because like, first off, like it is constantly in a state of slowdown, which is always funny. Like, literally the game can't run, so there's that. The controls, like the controls don't work the way they're supposed to about 90% of the time. And also, all the enemies just blow you up like immediately because you can't see them until it's too late because of incredibly short draw distances.
Yeah.
So that's a load of fun. Also, like, the voice acting's hilariously stupid and bad, and also the game has no story. And also the menus are like PS1 era menus. Like, there's literally no redeeming quality at all. Like,
it sounds... What you're describing to me sounds like the greatest indie game of all time that I've ever played.
Honestly, I could probably make a better game. That's how bad it is. Which is shocking because, like, they don't really put that many Gundam games over here in America for obvious reasons, and it's weird they decided to port one that was like truly terrible, unless it was like made by Americans or something.
Which is entirely possible.
Which is entirely possible.
Because I think Gundam Battle, I think the second Gundam Battle Assault game was probably made by the American branch of Bandai as opposed to the Japanese one, because that one's definitely geared toward an American audience because you have all the G mobile suits or G Gundam mobile suits and the Gundam Wing. So like those are the ones that everyone knows, and they're like, I know those mobile suits, and they're like all the other ones they just kind of put in the back row, and you're supposed to kind of be like, okay, these are cool too, but I know Gundam Wing, yeah.
Well, it's actually I was reading about this stuff on Wikipedia today, and I think from what it seems like they were like released in Japan, and then an American company just like remade it to American specifications.
They definitely did that in the first one.
Like they super did in the first one, like a hilarious way.
No, hilariously in the first one, like the whole story mode is like Hero Yui having to go out and fight like Char Aznable, because they're like, Hero Yui is the guy that people know. Nobody else knows who these guys are, but it doesn't matter.
None of these shows came out, so let's just do this way. No, it's like a hilarious cash-in. Anyway, and the only game I paid full price for was Dragon's Crown, because I love Dragon's Crown and I'm glad to have it again. There, I said it. I wanted to own that game again, and I'm glad I do. And so that's all I got.
That is exciting.
And
Tom, speaking of... Sorry.
Go
didn't
on.
realize you were still talking.
I
was going to
finished.
ask. Speaking of other games that are coming out, we talked about Ground Zero as the teensiest bit at the beginning of the show. But are you excited for another game that's coming out very, very soon?
I don't know if I am, but I'll tell you what we should do is we should talk about it on the next thrilling half.
That sounds like the best idea that you've said all this half of this episode.
Thank you. We'll see you next half, guys.
See you guys. Hi.
Guys, welcome back. It's good to see you back on the show. We're glad you're here. I hope you like that song, whatever song I chose there. I'm sure it's the best song you've ever heard in your life. So anyway, what thing were you talking about before I so rudely cut you off?
The Trail of Tears.
We don't have to talk about that.
Oh, right. Sorry, that was for our history club, our weekly history club.
Right. I got to be honest, I don't know much about the Trail of Tears. I just know it's probably pretty soggy, there's probably trail mix. I got to be honest.
It's surprisingly short.
Really?
Well, tears don't go very far.
That's true. At this point, we shouldn't even call it.
You're going from the eyes. You're going from the eyes to the chin. That's like nothing.
Is that what that's referring to?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Well, all right. But anyway, that's not what you were talking about.
No other meanings.
No other meanings at all. I didn't know that.
Nope.
But what were you actually talking about?
Let me play it back in my own head. Let me listen to my earphones for what I was... Oh, right. So there's another game that's coming out very soon that I think you're very excited about.
What is it?
Guess. Guys, you know we're professional guessers on this show. That's what we do.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Sorry. I'll go into it after you guess.
Jeez. Is it Midtown Madness 4?
No. Very close, though.
Is it SimCity 2, the sequel to SimCity that came out last year?
No. It's definitely not that.
Mario Kart 9?
Dude, remember the Diddy Kong airplane game?
Oh, is it Diddy Kong Racing 3?
Yeah, that was fun.
I mean, is that what's coming out?
Yeah, it's an HD remake.
I would totally buy that. I don't know why we're acting like that's a joke. Because that'd be awesome.
I know, I probably would too. That's the worst part.
Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing was totally rad. All right, then.
No, I really like that. I really did like that airplane one.
Dude, there's also hovercrafts. Name another game where you get a hovercraft. You can't.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was hovercrafts too.
There's like everything you ever wanted to race in your life. You got your four-wheeler things. You got your airplanes and hovercrafts, and that's it. You never dreamed of anything else. Nothing else.
Dude, what if you could have like a cool like one of those motorized hang glider things?
Do they have motorized ones?
Well, they have ones that like are kind of like if you combined a dune buggy and a hang glider together. You see that a lot in like post-apocalypse stuff.
That sounds like something that isn't real, but that I want to be real.
I think maybe I'm thinking of like an auto gyro.
Sounds
something that's really
sounds delicious. I don't know what that is though.
It's a gyro making robot. No,
obviously.
Guys, guess what comes out today?
Today being the 11th?
Yeah, guess what comes out today? Dark Souls 2 is out today.
Wow, guys, I'm not buying it. Can you believe that? And I actually want to talk a little bit about it, because here's the deal. It was officially announced for Steam in April something. April, 10th. And so this puts a lot of people in a tough position, because if you're a member of the Souls community, which we are of course not, you'll know that part of the joy of the Dark Souls things is being completely left in the dark about a lot of things and not knowing...
Yeah.
And discovering things with the community who's also learning things in this vague and confusing world. And so...
And then leaving messages for people.
Yeah. A lot of Souls fans believes that the definitive version will be the PC version, because that seems to be how it is. That's kind of how it was with the original one, except it was a terrible port and everyone hated it, so never mind about that. But that's how it is.
What made it like the definitive version?
It really wasn't for that one, but people often believe that the PC version is a definitive version of whatever it is, just because that sounds like me just wanking, but that's what a lot of people think about stuff, especially when it's released slightly later. A lot of PC ports are terrible. What?
But a lot of PVC ports are terrible.
Listen, I'm just telling you how it is.
Is the Grand Theft Auto PC game the definitive version of Grand Theft Auto 4? No.
It's not always the case. I'm just saying that, whatever. It's worth people waiting for. There are people who are going to wait for it just for the PC version, and they're going to miss out on this experience because they want to have the computer version instead, because they believe it will be the definitive version. Does that work better for you, Jack?
Well, I'm just saying. Oh, I'm just saying too.
Game?
That's lame.
What?
What?
What did you say?
I said teen.
Is it teen? I think the other one was teen too.
No, the other one was mature.
Are you sure?
That's what it says here on the wiki.
I don't know what would have been mature about that. Because
maybe that's why they took it down to teen. Because there was violence, but that was pretty much. But the violence wasn't even that terribly graphic.
No, it really wasn't. There was blood.
So they probably just took it down because it didn't deserve a mature rating. Because I really can't. Because you're right. I really can't think of anything that would give it a mature.
There was giant boobs, but they were clothed, so that doesn't count.
Clothed. Yeah, there's boobs in every game.
Yeah, it totally doesn't count. I don't know why that would have ever been mature. That seems weird to me. I don't know why that's just coming up now, but that's weird. But
yeah, that's probably why they took it down to a teen.
Really?
Probably.
Probably. But there might still be boobs. We can't lose hope yet, guys. Keep hope alive for boobs.
Anyway, Tom, you're never gonna get it, is what you're saying.
No,
right?
I'm waiting until the PC version too, and I'm excited to get it. I'm really excited. The whole secret is that I'm gonna play Ground Zeroes, and that's gonna lead me up to the PC version of Dark Souls, and then everybody's gonna be happy. I'm gonna fill the time with these things. We hope is right, because we can't be sure of this at this point.
But yeah, there's a lot of. Go on. There's a lot of new releases coming out very soon that we're all very excited for, guys. You got Ground Zeroes, that's coming out next week. You have Dark Souls, that comes out today, apparently, which I did not know.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming out soon.
Is that for Xbox
BioShock,
too?
Yeah, it's for all.
Okay.
It's for Xbox 360. It's for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
All right. And you're saying...
Sorry, I read it wrong. Sorry.
And you're saying Infinite's DLC comes out?
Yep. And
when's that?
Irrational Games is shutting down. It's the week after. It's the 25th.
Of...
March.
Really? That's way soon.
Yeah.
I thought you meant after the PC release of Dark Souls.
Oh, no.
Dude, that's today. That's practically out. I'm not as excited as you are for this, though. I'll tell you that.
I know, and that's fair. I'm really hoping that it's good because I have high hopes for it, but I just don't even know.
Guys, you may have heard. I don't think we talked about it in the last episode, but they announced 1998 mode for this, which I don't care about. Could you yawn directly into the mic? And I know you're interested in 1998 mode.
I have to yawn directly onto the mic. I'm wearing headphones, remember?
True, but basically that is how I feel about 1998 mode, is a hearty yawn into the mic. Because it's basically like a more stealthy version.
That was a comedic yawn. I wasn't actually yawning.
I know, you're yawning for effect. We all do it. If you're in the biz...
Comedy yawn.
Yeah.
Comedy yawn.
I got a whole gag reel of comedy yawns that I like to give them at my headshots, and that usually gets me the role. But anyway, I'm just saying... it's like a more stealthy version of BioShock, because in the next DLC you play as Elizabeth or whatever, apparently. But 1998 is
it's the one where you play as Elizabeth.
But 1998 is a mode that forces you to do stealthy stuff, right? I don't know everything about it.
It pretty much is just non-lethal weapons, I guess.
Right.
So
I don't know why it was like a big announcement, but they were like, "Check it out, we got this now." And
I think it really felt like it was supposed to like draw up attention to that Thief game, because like that's clearly what like it's based on, you know?
Are they by the same company or something?
I don't know. But like she's wearing like the Thief cloak, and it's in the Thief like font. And she has a crossbow hand crossbow thing.
Does anyone care about that Thief game?
I'm sure some people do. I have it for free, and I still haven't gotten it yet.
Oh yeah, you actually own it, which is hilarious.
I can own it. I have not owned it yet.
You technically have already bought it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I just have to use my password thing. But yeah, I mean, the only reason I got it was because it was the only like new game that was available on that voucher thing. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And it was either
seeing a hearty 68 out of 100 or a 5.6 out of 10 for Thief.
Yeah, that's rough.
So that's good. Anyway, I heard it was like a more generic version of a series everyone liked, which that bothers everyone all the time. So whatever.
Yeah, that seems like the hallmark of reboots nowadays.
But guys, if you want to play a stealth version of BioShock, just play Dishonored, which is an excellent game. You should just go do that instead, because you should always be playing Dishonored.
Yeah.
Dishonored's a really good game.
It really is just Dishonored.
Did you hear they announced Dishonored 2? Or they're going to?
No, I did not. That's very exciting.
I don't know if they already did or if they're going to, but there was an announcement that they're going to whatever the next big thing is. Is E3 soon?
It's probably the next biggest one, yeah.
Yeah, well, there was like a screenshot of like the title or whatever, but that's totally being announced, and everyone's super jazzed about it.
Yeah, that's probably the next big like gaming get together.
Dishonored 2 E3 reveal and 7 other hot rumors this week. Yeah, so it's going to be at E3 apparently.
What are the other hot rumors?
Oh, do you want me to click onto this games radar list?
Yeah, dude.
Is this how this show works? I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Tell me all your rooms.
Dude, do you care at all about Titanfall? That apparently is coming out.
Dude, I'm like really torn about Titanfall.
Dude, I bet you... I don't know... First of all, I don't know when it comes out. But everyone seems to be really excited about it, and it has a cool idea. We like mech things, right?
Yeah, but the only thing that I'm like... that's keeping me from definitely getting it is the fact that it's only multiplayer.
Is it only multiplayer?
It is only multiplayer. There's no like single-player capability for it.
Dude, I've played many a good only multiplayer games. Battlefield 2 was an only multiplayer game.
I know, but like...
Dude, that's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not going to say it makes it more tempting for me, but I do not mind it. Does it come out for any good system though? That's the real question.
It's current gen. I think it comes out for PC too.
Well, what I'm reading is on the wiki. Oh, Windows. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Although there doesn't seem to be a Windows announce date. Oh no, it already is out. It already is out. What are we doing?
Weird.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. Hold on, everybody. It comes out tomorrow.
It's March 11th.
Oh, so it is out.
Today's date.
Guys, we're already playing it.
What a game. Today.
Yeah. This is why we don't check wiki on the show, guys. That's why we don't do that. But that's exciting.
Very distracting.
I got to be honest, I'm a little interested because people are like,
it's gotten some great advanced press. Not that everything doesn't nowadays, but like, I feel like they just took things that I like, which is giant robots, and they put it in a game with giant robots.
Like, people are like, oh, it's just Call of Duty with giant robots, which I could think of things worse than that.
Yeah, that's why I like that idea. Because I'm pretty sure you can do, like, out-of-suit stuff, too.
No, you are out of suits. You have to kind of, like, get into the robot suit. Like, I don't know if you earn it like a kill streak or something, but I know you start out not in them. Like, it is a rare treat to... Not a rare treat, but it is a goal to get the robot.
See, I like that less. That kind of turns me off of it a little bit.
Well, then maybe I just saved you $60.
Because, like, I thought it was, like, from what I'd read, and apparently I'm wrong about this, but, like, you start out in your mobile suit thing, robot, whatever, and you fight the dudes, and if you're, like, good enough, if your suit gets disabled, you can still go on, like, fight on foot and, like, maybe capture somebody else's robot or destroy somebody else's robot with ground weapons.
Well,
I'm less interested if you start on foot, though.
I'm pretty sure you fight on foot, and then you get robots. But if you can also run on walls, but I don't know why that would be.
Yeah, they really advertise that fact.
Yeah, apparently it's like parkour except with giant robots too. So there's that. But yeah, you definitely. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm right. It just shows how little I've actually looked up this game.
I know, right?
It's really. We're sort of known for our, research on topics. But I would maybe watch some gameplay of that or something before I pull the trigger on it. But I am interested.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'd really like word of mouth on that.
What I would like is for the robots to look cooler, which I don't feel they do. I feel they look kind of lame.
See, I haven't even looked at the robots that much. I just know that there are them.
Dude, because here's the deal. You know how we feel about robots. And these robots they almost have a steampunk vibe to them. Which that either turns you way off or way on. I don't know what that sound means.
I'm just thinking.
Just thinking. But
I'm on the fence. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I would love a new first-person shooter multiplayer game to get into. I could see, but I have all of these other games to play. The problem is I'm getting bogged down by too many games. Now I think about it.
Too much Vidya.
Because now we're back in the zone, dude.
Dude, yeah, we absolutely are back in the zone.
And
because dude, you know what else is coming out?
What?
Like in a few months.
Months? What?
I mean, like 2 months. I think it comes out in May.
The merry old month of?
The merry month of May. Yeah. They finally announced a release date for Watch Dogs.
No way. Are you still even caring about that?
Oh yeah. Like I was biding my time, but like now that it's getting close, I'm really excited because that game looks super super good.
Dude, I hope it gives you all the excitement you want.
Because I don't know
anything about it.
Have you looked up any of the gameplay videos for that?
Nope. Didn't even pretend to do it.
Ah, it's so good.
I remember you told me a little about it and it sounded cool, but for some reason I've never done any actual effort on that.
It's because you don't do a lot of effort on anything.
Very true.
When it comes to researching stuff.
I agree 100%. But guys, don't take after me. Put some effort into sending us an email.
Or leaving comments on our videos.
Or rating us on iTunes. Don't be a Tom C.
Or rating us.
Go ahead and do it. Because you know you love us and you know you want to do it. Just don't even stop doing it, guys.
Don't be a dimwit.
Just do it. And send us an email if you want to get in touch with us and tell us how you really feel, Jack.
We'll be happy to hear from you and be really nice.
We might be. The other day, some guy asked me a question about laptops, and I told him I don't know because I don't know anything about laptops. We're here to solve all your tech problems. Or pretend to.
What did you ask?
We wanted to know the specs of a certain thing, and I was like, it's probably good enough.
Sound advice coming from the Sons, guys. It's probably good enough.
But guys, we have one final gift for you before we let you off the hook here.
We've already given them so much.
Well, the only thing we can really give them now is our world-famous Speed reviews.
Speed reviews. Tom, this is top 10 really underrated games.
Really?
Number 10, The Unholy War.
The Unholy Wars is the sequel to Holy Wars by Megadeth, which is inarguably the best Megadeth song. So 10 out of 10. Freaky Flyers.
Freaky Friday was a movie based on Lindsay Lohan and Lindsay Lohan's changing places, and they were secretly twins, but then they had to get their Jamie Lee Curtis back together. It's a 10 out of 10. Number 8, Castlevania Curse of Darkness.
Castlevania Curse of Darkness was not underrated. It was actually just a terrible game. I played it and it sucks. 0 out of 10. Sacrifice.
You had to sacrifice a lot to play this game, because it just... You paid for it in blood, quite literally. So I'm not sure if I can recommend it, but it gets a 10 out of 10 regardless. Number 6, Wario World.
Wario World, also not underrated. It's a terrible game. I've watched it being played and it looked awful and it was just didn't look fun at all and I hate it. And also Wario's a great character though, so he gets a 10 out of 10. Game gets 0. Anyway, Creatures 3.
Creatures 3 is a candy bar based on the popular Three Musketeers bar, but there's just a lot of hair in it and it's kind of chewy. I think there might also be bones, so 0 out of 10. It's not for me. Number 4, MDK2.
MDK is the game about the famous guy Martin Luther King and how he saved all the whatever people of that land from being oppressed. I don't know. I never played this one. Sorry. 0 out of 10. Rocket, Robot on Wheels.
This is one I've shockingly heard about, but I've never played it. But from what I'm seeing in the box art, it looks delightful. So it gets a 10 out of 10. Number 2, Wizardry 8.
Wizard Dry is a new type of drying thing that dries your hair faster than anything else through the power of magic and wizardry. 0 out of 10. Star Control 2.
Star commands you to shut up. Get a 10 out of 10.
We did it.
Guys, we did it again.
We'll see you next time.